Hey there, guys, gals, fans, and pals. Your buddy JohnMegacycle here. I wanted to start a new series of Factorio because it's been a while, and I've learned a lot since my last playthrough. What was it? A vanilla run? I think we did a Bob's run. But I came across a mod. I won't say a pack, but a mod that really interested me a lot. It's called Warptorio. I guess I'll just read it for you. Build a base on a platform that warps from planet to planet. Escape biters before they overwhelm you. That's 100% what the skinny is. So we're gonna get like an 8x8 little platform, and it's research and everything that's going to carry from place to place to place to place. We're gonna have to be crazy careful how that pans out. If we overextend, let me just preface this real quick. The biters are on crack. They're crazy. They will ramp up very, very, very quickly. I gave this a little bit of a run, and I was interested in it enough to want to do like a full series of it. The other mods I have are Bottleneck, which has a little icon telling me if a machine is resource starved. Copy paste modules, pretty self-explanatory there. Planetorio, which comes with Warptorio. Squeak through, which allows me to just walk through obstacles. And also thicker power wires. That's it. I'm not using long reach. I'm not using anything else that I feel might be a little heavy. No better storage. I usually love like Angel's Silos or Angel's Warehouse or something. We're not using any of that. Yeah, there's nothing else that we're going to be using that is going to modify the game experience. We're just going to go straight up with whatever Warptorio has for us, and that's about it. It is straight up incompatible with a lot of stuff as well, which is fine. Yeah, I'm not using AAI. I'm not using anything else. So single player, new game. Free play? Yep. I don't really care about resources. The interesting thing about this is I'm going to disable cliffs, but the map regenerates fresh every time we warp. So if I understand it correctly, if I shut off cliffs, it just means for, like, the first world. Enemy, I'm not touching any of this. And advanced. Yes, always, always, always research queue availability. What else? Are there any mod settings? I guess I never messed in here. Unknown key, squeak through, thicker power wires, bottleneck, Warptorio. I'm actually probably not going to mess with any of this. I got a cat that really wants snuggles. I gave him snuggles for like the last 2 hours, so if you hear me moving around a bit, that would be why. I'm not going to mess with any of this. I kind of want a really vanilla experience, but logistics chest active provider. Platform logistics. Loader chest provider type. I think I read something about the forums with this. Logistic chest buffer. I don't remember what the deal was with this. I don't know if I should change it. I'm gonna leave it as is. I remember someone... I read this up a bit, and someone was like, hey, they shouldn't be active providers or anything. They should be normal. Whatever that really means, but we'll figure it out. Copy, cool. Yep, done. Boop, boop. Let's do it. So everything's going to look incredibly similar to normal. It's going to be the rocket ship crashing. It's going to be whatever, all that. But the real thing is the platform. There we go. There's our platform. What is it? 8 by 2, 4, 6, 8, 9? It's a 9 by 9. This Factorio free play. Yep. Give me that. Everything on the platform will come with. I'm going to get this out of the way. So if we start building a base of any type, that's going to come with. Everything's going to come with. But what I'm going to have to do is be very quick and judicious about how we manage our time, our efforts, our resources, our everything here is going to be very, very important. Do I have music enabled? Sound. I don't. Actually, usually play something else. That's a little loud. I usually play some other form of music, so I don't actually have music in the background. I kind of want it to be like an ambiance thing, not a overwhelming. And that's going to do that. Stone. Where's stone at? If there are any boulders and stuff, the early game is beautiful to get boulders and stuff going on. With each boulder, we get it a minimum some stone. There's also a fair chance we will get some coal. Still a little on the loud side for me. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, that's perfect. Okay. Sorry if you hear me sniffling. Every day I'm sniffling. Every day I'm sniffling. Freaking springtime allergies. Ugh. I didn't always have allergies. Like, I was very much of the mind that I was just never gonna have allergies ever again. Just never allergies. And now it just... Ugh, I hate springtime. I'm a springtime baby, too. I'm a Taurus. That tells you about what the temperature usually is for this area. It is... I did not have this kind of allergy problem. Like, what, 4 years ago and before? No allergies. Now it's just... Hey, bro, it's almost your birthday. You want allergies? And I'm like, what? Bibbidi-bobbidi allergies. Alright, so like I said, the main thing that's going to be happening is the enemy is going to be jacked. Yeah, we got a few placements already, but this is a very common first world thing, right? This is a very good, easy start. We have all our resources very close together. No big deal here so far. I would like a little more fuel, please. Cool. So it's going to be very, very, very quick when it happens. When it kicks in, it's going to be all the way to 11, and we need to scoot. So how do we scoot? How do we get from place to place? Well, in the very upper left, if you can see it, there's a button that says warp. There's a planet clock, which means how long we've been here. There's also... Oh, that's what I wanted. There's also a warp charge, which tells us how long it's going to take for the ship to... Not the ship, the platform, to be ready to scoot. And there's what? Warp zone, tells us what world we're on. We have an auto-warping timer, so the game is actually just going to kick us out after a while and be like, you know what, next world. So there's really only so long we can stay in a certain place. So yeah, that being said, when I hit the warp button, it'll be a 10-second count, and then faboosh, we're in the new world. That world could be regular Navis, Naboo, whatever this world's called. I can't remember. So it could be just like this. It could be a strict desert world. It could be a wasteland. It could be a tropical island. It could be a ton of stuff. It could be a ton of stuff. So right now, my real objective is to just get some resources going. That involves fuel, so that we can just keep our mining processes moving very nicely. It's also going to mean iron and a lot of stone. So the problem is stone is kind of a bit of a trek, so I don't want to stick around too long. So one of the things to keep in mind is, again, I don't want to stay on any one planet for very long. But what I need to, right, words. What I need to do is I need to be very judicious in how long I spend and what I'm doing. There's no AFKing here. Spun this up as a multiplayer server, and it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. I can't overstate it. It was fun, but the problem what happened is people would pop on and just AFK for research to finish. So, like, our multiplayer run of this was, like, incredibly short-lived. Because somewhat, like, we got turrets. We got turret tech, like, fairly early on. And then we got red-green science. And then, like, someone popped in, they're like, I'm just going to be here for a bunch of research to finish. And didn't understand the core concept of what was going on. And we lost everything. And, yeah, it wasn't great. So I'm building up a lot of mining systems. I'm also going to probably just stay right here for most of this because I don't really want to be too far, and I could use this stuff as a wall. We can overproduce as much as we want. Pollution is going to be absolutely rampant, like I said. Yeah. This is a lot of pollution for this early in the game. For 5 minutes, yeah, this is ridiculously hot. How did that go from Futurama? It was War is the H Word episode, I think. And Fry's talking to someone, and someone's like, this is the worst part. The calm before the storm. And then Fry's like, oh, so the battle isn't that bad? And the guy's like, oh yeah, I forgot about the battle. Eee! And just... that writing is so good. Oh my gosh. Superb writing. I love it. Okay. So what I'm trying to do is build up a little bit of a nest egg. I haven't harvested any copper whatsoever yet. I don't want to spread out too far. I don't want to overextend. I can run between these two things very easily, very quickly. That's where I want to stay. Everything's got fuel. Everything's got fuel. Cool, cool. We'll probably stick around to the 10-minute mark if we can manage here. And then I'll scoot. Keep this zoomed out so I can kind of keep an eye on stuff. Now, the reason why I'm not doing long reach, even though I personally really enjoy long reach, it cuts down on a bit of the micromanagement that a player has to deal with. In my opinion. It doesn't feel super cheaty, because you can only really interact with what's on the screen, and you can... Actually, you can take stuff out of boxes from anywhere in the world, so maybe that's a bit cheaty. But I believe this mod pack actually has its own technology for far reach. Not as amazing as far reach, but I think this has reach. Warp reach. Okay, so it has its own improvements. So I'm kind of interested in that. Strike the kinda out. I'm very interested in that. Fuel and iron. Can't get enough of them. I'm kind of amazed I haven't been got yet. And this is just like a cartoon where I'm like, well, at least it's not raining. Yuck. And then kabam. Guess what? Tsunami. Enjoy it. Hope you're thirsty, jerk. have a tsunami. I'm really tempted to switch iron over to copper and just start to move over there. When I first gave this a try, I was just warping every, like, 2 minutes. So, like, the order of operations went like this. Start the map, warp after 2 minutes, warp after 4 minutes, warp after 8 minutes, and then completely forget to warp, and then get completely annihilated. So, I'm hoping that's not a recurring theme. And maybe I'm being far too cautious right now, but we're just getting started. And we've already very much increased a lot of our resources already, and this is our first jump. Yep, coal's important, because if I find a mineral pile that I want to interact with, there might be a really good chance that there are no resources for me to also cannibalize for fuel. This is actually pretty darn important. I would actually really like to get some more miners going for stone. Stone also really important, too. And it's gonna be on the... I'm so nervous. I'm trying to justify. Yeah, it's on the way to the platform. It's fine. Oh, I don't have any turrets, right? I do need stone, though. Duh. So nervous for no reason. Part of my nervousness is probably just streaming or recording Factorio again. I looked at some of my other recordings, and, I don't know, C- needs improvement kind of a thing. There's a lot I've learned in between here and there, for sure. I guess one of the biggest lessons I've learned was you can always be doing something. There should be no time where you're standing and handcrafting. There's always stuff to clean up or optimize or Even in, like, in this case, it's a great example for Warptorio. Can always do hand mining. There's always more resources I'll need. So I kind of think what we'll do is we'll keep this as a full show. I don't think I'm going to make this abridged or anything. I'm always hesitant to make stuff abridged, because I've always got stuff to talk about. There's always stuff I want to discuss in terms of gameplay and everything, so I don't really know what to cut out. I know there's other streamers and other YouTubers and whatever that are really good at the abridged version, right? Just like, cut to the action bits, that's about it, move on. But for me, I don't know. It just doesn't really feel like a style that suits me too well. I don't know. We're going to auto-warp in 8 minutes, and we've not been attacked yet. Ah! Of course. It's one dude. Do I have repair kits? I don't. Because I don't have copper. Right, okay. How much stuff do I have? We've got quite a bit of coal. We're actually going to start moving the shop. It was one guy. Shouldn't be worried about it, right? Yeah, well, there's more of them. Just peel this off. Now we're going to just keep moving. I'm going to grab whatever coal's on the ground by holding F. I'm so spoiled by power armor and stuff. I just can't see a damn thing when it's dark out. We're going to do this, though. Set up a little star formation. Important thing is I don't want to put all of my... I don't want to fill the miners completely with coal, because if I lose any of it, that's really painful. If I lose these miners, for example, and they were full of coal, that really bites me in the teeth, you know? Bites me in the teeth? Bites me in the butt. Bites me in the teeth? That's a new one. And with this, I will make repair kits. Repair kits worthy of Steven. Cool. We have 7.5 minutes before we are forced off this planet. Now, let's talk about it. The platform warps. We've already established that, right? That's how this works. If I'm not on the platform, guess what happens? I don't warp with the platform. We're not tethered together. So if the platform warps, I'm stuck here, and the platform is literally somewhere else. So if it's not on the platform when it's go time, it's gone. It's super duper gone. We're going to get some research going. Let's talk research, because I want to get the baubles ready. When we get power and research all slapped down, I want this to be very quick. Gun turrets first, thank you. Walls, not as important. Automation, important, thank you. Steel, not as important. Warp reactor reassembly project. Research. Construct and repair the components necessary to rebuild the warp reactor and perfect its functionality to return home. Each level adds 10 minutes to the auto-warp timer. Increases the warp charge recharge rate. The warp recharge rate by 5% and may have other effects. Cool. Warp platform upgrade. Okay, this will just increase the size of the platform, which is also great. Turret assembly wall assembly, and then we have warp mining productions. This game actually, or this mod also comes with its own productivity, which is awesome. So I need what, 10, 20, 30. I need 30 baubles. How many do I have queued up? 20? Yeah. When we get to the next planet or whatever, I very much want to be in a position where I can slap down some sort of power. It doesn't have to be a ton of power. One research thing? Yep. Bring it. That's what I thought. Get rinsed. Just slap everything down. So what I also want is one steam engine, one boiler, one offshore pump, one lab. I don't need a massive... I think we gotta go. Yeah, that's our first warning. But the pollution is really, really bad. So that's how I think this game ramps up all the difficulty with this mod pack. Is just it's going to become very unlivable in very short order. Yep, here we go. Warp. So I gotta live for 10 seconds. Oh, by the way, all entities come with, including the biters. That's a fun piece of conversation. Warped with a bunch of biters once, and I'm like, oh, it's cool, don't worry about it, we're about to warp. They can't keep up or something. And then they still were around, and I'm like, oh my god, what? Yep, good times. Good times. Okay, here's a little bit of this. Actually, let's just get everything fired up, and then I'll pull everything out. There we go. I would very much like more of this. There we go. Okay, do we have water anywhere? We do. It's on the other side of the world. Boo. Boo, 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 boo. Oh, I have stone. I have everything. So let's see here. I could do 10 more of each. Yeah, hell yeah. Cancel that, cancel that. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That'll get us to 30. Amazing. Handcrafting is your friend. Absolutely with this mod pack, for sure. What else could I be doing? I have a fair amount of stone. Oh, I need the miners to be ready first. Oh, I'll just stone mine. I'll just talk to myself a bunch. It's fine. It's probably fine. A lot of rubber ducky thing going on where I'm talking to an inanimate object and explaining my thought pattern, and it's like, does that make sense, Mr. Rubber Ducky? Well, I'll take silence as you're cool with it. I don't know. And then all of a sudden the duck becomes real and it's gosh. That would be awkward, wouldn't it? I'm gonna risk it for the biscuit. Risk it for the bisquick. I have all the components I need to get research started. Oh, is that tappable? Absolutely not. Okay. It was worth a look. Nope. Been a while. Yep. And yep. And yep. And yep. And I don't have anything that resembles power. I don't have wood. Craps. Well, at least we're close by. You serious? You can't reach that? Does reach get nerfed? Holy craps. Oh, what was all that? Yeah, we'll come to that later, I'm sure. Have all the science. I need 5, 6, 7, 8, was it? Seems right. I wouldn't mind another lab. That uses a lot of my copper. But if we can get literally one gun turret I could set up here, I'll be a happy, happy man. Because then I can be somewhere else. Either continuing to mine or whatever. Already 30% of the way done. I don't like not seeing where my... Oh. We're already getting attacked. And that's fairly heavy. I don't have a decent gun. I'm going to head back to my smeltery area, my foundry, because I can use that as a shield. You saw them too, right? Yeah, they're on the move. There's not a lot of trees with this one, so I don't have nearly as generous as a buffer. So, as I said before, this is very touch and go. If you're not sure, GTFO. Just get out. Absolutely get out. There's no harm. I think the more times we warp, though, the harder it gets. Oh, I forgot to mention infested worlds. There could be a chance where we warp to a world that is to the brim of shenanigans and just loaded to the gills of biters. Well, that timing was poor. So even though I'm kind of holed up right here, I'm still trying to get more work done. I would like more ammunition. Can always be crafting and doing, for sure. I would like a radar. Kind of running low on copper, but I didn't make that a really high priority before anyway, so... 42% on the nose. The answer to everything. Yeah, they were ready to attack. And I didn't want to sacrifice my science lab and all my science. So this is a fair trade. I'm happy with this. This is a fine alternative. Gave me a little opportunity for a water break. Beautiful thing about this is I can use these as makeshift walls. Actually, squeak through affects the items, right? I wonder if fighters can just squeezle their way through. That would be interesting. I think I might want to relocate soon. That copper up there looks really good, but I can't touch it. Not without turrets, anyway. It's really quiet, and it's really unnerving. Every time we warp, another thing that occurs as well, our warp charge takes longer. So now... Oh, there we go. So now instead of 10 seconds, it's going to be 17 seconds, as you can see in the upper left. How much of that... Okay, I mean, I've already fixed the thing. Speaking of fixing... Might as well make some repair kits. So yeah, it takes a little longer to warp out of here. So it's going to get to the minutes part. 5 minutes, 8 minutes, 10 minutes, I think. Like, it's going to become part of the tactical strategy that hit the button early is like a really good mantra, I think, if you're playing with like a lot of people. Like, if you're seeing a wave that you personally can't handle and you have a fraction of a thought that you think the main base might have some difficulty dealing with it, hit the button. Let's go. Like, just get out of here. Right? I'd rather leave with less resources than not leave at all. maybe that's my shake. That's my 2 cents take on it. I'm gonna pack up and get going. I have a fair enough amount of iron and coal. I would move up to copper, but the problem is I have a pistol with normal ammunition. I would love a military upgrade. What does that look like? Yes, another 10, of course. I can't, because copper... Let's get out of here. This is what I'm talking about. Bunch of stone and possible coal. Just stone, that's fine. Some mods I've seen where it's like, expected, 20 coal, 20 stone. And I harvest it and I get, like, nothing. This world reminds you of home. Okay, very straightforward. This is a very standard roll, which is excellent. So I can at least get some shops set up. Lab. Okay, get going. Copper is all the way over there. Awesome. That's very good. I'm going to set up iron first. I'm going to assume, knowing how much I know about Factorio, is there's never going to be a time I'm not going to need iron. I think that's a fair shake, right? That's a fair estimate. Cool. Get all that going. And very soon, turrets. Turrets require just iron, I think. Or maybe they also require some copper plates. I played so many different mods of stuff, I don't remember what exactly requires what anymore. Cool. Boop, boop, boop. Oh, nope. Yep. Yep, okay. Glad I thought about that. Really glad I had to think about that. Boop. Hit me up with the goods. 2 turrets here, and this should be more than fine. Then I can move over to iron and babysit iron for a bit. Kind of a thing. Actually, I'm going to dump these 2 turrets near iron, because I don't really need to babysit iron too much. Let's see here. 9 rounds is fine. Cool. I'll take all this. Now, my research labs are undefended. But I'm going to thunk-a-lunk a turret right there. Boop and boop. And I'd like another turret. And then more ammo. I would like light armor. Amazing. Okay. Whew, deep breath. You can feel the calmness now, right? Like we have something to defend ourselves. This ammo is kind of garbage, and it won't last very long. And it's not gonna do dink against armor, but at least it is something. Cool. 4 more. Bunch of ammo. 10 more science. Right? You have 10 right now. You'll get to automation. Whew. Yeah, this game ramps up, or I keep saying the game, but what I really mean is the mod pack. The mod pack can ramp up very unapologetically. The learning curve isn't bad at all. 10 is fine. Same philosophy with the turrets is the same philosophy I have with my labs or my smelting. Is I don't want to fill it to the brim with resources. I don't want to fill it end to end with coal, because if I lose it, that's a lot of coal and other resources I'm losing as well. So we're just going to have to do a lot of frequent trips. Nice. That gives me a lot of extra backbone. Yes, we'll set up a radar. So now I've got the capability to stick around a bit longer. Which is nice. I love the music of this game. Alright. Iron, copper, there's coal. I haven't touched coal at all, because we have plenty of the resource on us. And you can see there's cliffs. That leads more to the point that I mentioned before, that cliffs are going to be a thing, even if I don't want them to be a thing. So. Oh, we're under attack. Our main base is under attack. KK and D, for sure. It's one of my favorite RTSs of all time, is KK and D. Our base is under attack. Just, I don't know, just the voice acting or whatever was beautiful. And that was one turret. Glorious. In the words of Varvatos Vex, glorious. So if anything's going to be happening, there's going to be plenty of handcrafting. Yep, good chat. Plenty of handcrafting, and I'm going to be working a lot on turrets. Turrets and ammunition are going to be bread and butter. But now that we have turrets, I could actually build a little bit of a base. Now a base is actually fairly feasible. Get rinsed. There we go. Cap. Copper and iron and... Okay, military. What is next on the docket that's important? Optics? Meh. Lights would be cool, but they're not critical. Mining productivity? How much do we get? 10? Oh, and it affects the burners too. Nice, 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 nice. Logistics would be cool. Electronics would be cool. This warp reactor assembly would be cool. How much is that? 70? Oh my gosh. Weapon shooting speed, projectile speed. Okay. Wait, what's all this? Warp projectile rounds. Oh, we have another subset of damage. That's really cool. I guess I didn't notice that before. Alright, well, if you insist. Alright, Yep, I want to build a little bit of a... Oh no, I don't need 5 armors. Holy craps. I want to build a little bit of a defensive nest egg. Maybe I could move some automation. We can get some automation on the platform, but I need to I don't know why I'm having such a hard time talking, but we need to defend it first. Foist. It's been a long week. Work has been annoying. And a lot of stuff in IRL is just happening. Well beyond any amount of control that I have, which is fine. Life can be like that, but oh my gosh, too much of it is just stress generating. I'm going to do something like this. 12 and 11, that's fine by me. 14, fine by me. Okay. So now I'm building up that little bit of a nest egg, like I said, and we're going to start doing this. Actually, let's put you towards the middle. So, stuff I don't need. I could just stash away some resources just in case for a rainy day or something. So that wouldn't be too bad of a take. If I die, way away, let's say I go exploring or something, it'll be nice to have some resources at home at the ready. So that's also pretty cool. Take all that. I wouldn't mind way more stone. I want to get way more smelters and miners going on for sure. So let's start with that. Do I have a turret? Let's make one. Now, another thing that I could do in the meantime is I could set up an assembler to just make gears. Gears are a very strong, what are they called? Intermediary? Yeah. Intermediate product. So just having something cranking out, cold cranking out gears wouldn't be a bad take either. Yep, this is working out great. 12 minutes till auto warp. Gonna have to keep that in mind. Ta-ta! Thank you. Nope. There we go. How much fuel? 9? Okay. We're gonna have to make a fuel pit stop somewhere. In the next world, I'm gonna have to really double down on coal. But coal's another really good example of a resource that I need to have. But I don't need to have it on me all the time. Now, damn it. Look at that. one bauble off to finishing military. What did I want next? Oof, projectile damage and everything's so expensive. Mining production would be cool. And logistics would be cool. So 10, 20, 30, 40. That'll take care of both of those. There we go. Yeah, it needed 1%. I'll take that coal. I'm a little low. Thanks. I don't know why I ran away. I need to dump these baubles off. So when it comes down to it, I would like very simple red science production in the platform. Really simple. Like 2 science labs and 2 assemblers, and like that's it. Actually, I think, yeah, I need 1 assembler to make gears. 1 assembler to make the potion. Yep. The blobble. The blobble. 10.5 to auto warp. Things are looking pretty good. After the first 2 warps, we've already taken a lot of the time and effort I needed for manual processes and automated it. We won't be doing any sort of traditional bus setup out here. That's one of the things that's a hard lesson to learn with Warptorio, is you kind of have to unlearn how to play the game. Setting up a bus right away to get any amount of smelting automated is pretty cool and a pretty pro move early on in a regular game of Factorio. But here, we're going to have to be a lot more conscious, a lot more careful about how we're handling ourselves. I wouldn't mind a second lab. We can easily afford, yeah. Yep, yep, yep. Getting some nice reserves going on. I know it's dark, but the only way I could do that is add lights. And the only way to add lights is with power, and I don't have that kind of... I ain't got that kind of sugar change. Where are the trees at? See, there's some to the left. One thing I could do is I could start popping trees for lumber, and then power lines. We're not going to have steel for a long time. It's a very early tech, for sure. But I kind of want to keep my handcrafting hands as full as possible, if that makes sense. Oh, I didn't make a new gun. Boop. That was the whole reason I wanted the next level of science. What else did we get out of that? The shotgun, which is pretty cool. A little indiscriminate in my case, but it's not bad. 8 minutes 33. Are they still the same corpses? I don't know if those are just the exact same corpses I've been passing for the last 5 minutes, or if we keep getting attacked and I'm just not noticing it. Either is possible. Both are probable. Stay tuned to find out more. These are different. Yeah, this attack is... Oh, actually, this was the first attack. This must be another one. Once we hit the 5-minute mark, I'd like to scoot. Gives us a little less than 3 minutes now to get stuff together. Yep, and I'm out of coal. So actually, this is a bigger indicator. I do have some coal on me, but dividing it among all the buildings is a real pain in the rumpus. And leaving a little early isn't a bad idea. And some of our turrets are being attacked and damaged. When you pack up, you have to be really careful too. Because I'm packing up all the defenses. So if I pack up this first, and then I pack up this, I kind of have no way to retreat. Okay, the attacks are getting heavier. This was a good call. This was a super good call. Rise and fall, super good call. Rise and fall, it was a super good call. Boop, boop. Give me that. Give me that. Give me this. Yep, more attacks in the power plant. And I don't need this pistol, thanks. Nope. Is it Z? It's Z. Okay. Oh, hello. We're gonna repair stuff, and then we are out of here. Oh, you ate through all the power anyway. Okay. Okay, we good? Yep. This is exactly what I'm talking about. They're up there. You see them? Yeah. Can you imagine this mod pack with Rampant? No thank you. In the words of Squidward, no thank you. The prospect you're starting to gaze at the stars, you wonder if this planet ever had a name. World ever had a name. Okay, we are going for coal and... let's start there, probably. I need way more miners as well. Cool. 2 turrets. Next up is science. That's going to take a while to get going, so let's get that going. Is this the closest water? It is. Alright. I don't think I've ever had the platform dump itself into water. The same way I don't think I've ever had a Factorio world where I started the game in water. Like, the spawning logic is still very good. Yeah, that's fine. Cool. You can have another one. There we go. That feels good. We'll be able to crank through the mining production and the logistics. Maybe I handcraft enough for the... Oh. Yeah, we have plenty. I was going to say maybe I handcraft for the platform extension as well. Give me that. I wouldn't mind... like 80 ammo. Yeah, that's perfect. I'm going to need a lot of ammo, but we'll get there. Nope. That's not quite right. And I already need to take a bit of a bump. Nice. Yeah, that coal is going to be really nice to just stash. There we go. Everyone's happy and fed. A little heavier than I would hope, but that's okay. Neat. Deep breath. Oh my gosh. I gotta get more water in me. Alright. Very good. Yeah. Probably plays for like another 10 minutes. 8 minutes or something. We'll call that good for a first episode. Give me all the things. We're still pretty good on copper, low on iron. One of the first things I probably ought to automate is... nope, that's the wrong button. Is, ammo, probably. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. That's going to keep my hands busy for a while. 10 more of those. 10 more of those. I should have done those first. It's probably fine. I don't think I've ever seen a burner miner with a production bonus. A productivity bonus, because by the time you're doing anything with productivity, actually, burner miners natively can't use... No, hang on, I maybe take all that back. I don't know if normal mining production would affect the burners. Mining... This looks like the normal. Oh, it does. Huh, okay. I guess I had no idea. By the time you're up there, you're well into, like, electric mines and using beacons and all kinds of fun crap. Interesting. Alright, this can go there. Anything neat? Nothing really neat. Again, oh. Ha, I didn't plug you in. Lol. That didn't really change anything, did it? No real trees on this one. So, a little dicey, maybe? So we have 10% mining productivity. So every 10 things we pull out of the ground, we get a free thing, right? As that stacks up, I'm very confident we'll have a nice overflow of ore. And I won't be able to smelt it fast enough. I don't think we'll have that problem this early. Yeah, we still have some idleness in the burners, which is fine. Or the smelters? I call them... What are these things? Stone furnaces. Yeah, okay. I've heard so many different names for the same thing. I played so many video games, it's really hard to keep track what this game specifically calls a thing. Goes to same for, like, everything. Like, what do you call it? Oh, we call it a forge meister haver to make forges out of, and it's like, to make ingots with or something. So, like, I've heard ingotizer because it makes it into an ingot, a smelter, a forger, a furnace, an oven, a kiln, which isn't really correct. Kilns are used for, like, enameling glass or something. Maybe it's the same thing. Maybe it's the same thing, but, like, the way I've heard kiln is more for glass. But anyway. Furnace. Yeah, I think I got all the things out of my head. So it's just, I can never really keep 100% track what each individual game calls each individual thing, which is fine. Handcrafting is still going absolutely crazy. Yep. We're gonna have more burner miner drills. Just quiet. It's nice. Yeah, I don't have any more drills, right? How are we doing? Okay, that doesn't matter for coal. This is all looking good. I'm gonna go make a run. Just dump off all the coal. Do you have coal? Hey, coal and stone. Hot dang. Finding these early on, like I mentioned, are truly gems. 25 stone, 43 coal. That's a lot of extra energy I don't have to waste harvesting stuff or doing stuff with other stuff. I don't know if there's like a way to actually sort a box's inventory. There might be. I'm used to Minecraft and I'm just clicking it with shift and middle button and Z and like whatever. None of it's working. I still try anyway. Okay, still looking good. Yep. So we have logistics, right? Yep, which gave us long-handed inserters as well. We have walls, we have turrets. I'm working on the platform extension. Yeah, things are looking great. Oh, you guys were full, really? Nice. Yeah, give me all the stuff. Might need to set up a second box for... Oh, well. Open my face, guess what happens? Oh, these guys also get mining productivity as well. Even better. Even better. Stone. I would like to start making more furnaces. Just have those suckers on hand. Hi. Thank you. Perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. Auto-warping in 11 minutes. Boop, boop. How much science do we have just sitting here? Yeah, once this science is done in my hands, that should be enough to finish the process, which is perfect. Does it? It doesn't probably say how big the extension is. Nope. Doesn't even give a description as to what it does. I'm just thankful that I played for a couple hours, like I said, to give the pack a try to see if it was good. And, spoiler alert, it's good. It's quite good. Quite good. Forces you to play the same game differently, which is something I always enjoy. If we had no attacks... Huh. Alright. Good to know. Good to know. I actually want you to be right there. Thank you. Taking a fairly chill way with all this. I don't think we're in speedrun territory. I don't think I know I'm not that good. Let's be clear. I know I'm not speedrunner material, but I think we're making a pretty good clip. First hour of gameplay is going to be in the books here shortly. And we've got a very respectable resource pool, not only in our own inventory, but back at home. We have a ton of coal. And we're going to get a lot of the introductory research complete. Work complete. Warcraft 2. Every time I say words, I hear the voices of each individual video game I've ever played. Excuse me. Bouncing around in my head. That cough caught me right off guard. Yeah, I don't see any dead bodies. I also don't see any spawning areas, which is interesting. There is another mod pack that works really well with this one called Ruins. And I didn't add it. When I was playing multiplayer... Oh, hello. What's all this then? When I was playing multiplayer on it, with this mod pack, we had Ruins installed. And I don't have it here, but what it does is it adds, like, derelict structures about. So, like, even if you go to, like, a deserted planet, get into a car and just drive a bunch, you could probably find some pretty good stuff. Thing of it is I kind of felt it was a little too game breaky. So, like, even at this level, I don't really have any means of... Oh, what am I trying to think of? Let's say energy generation without steam. But with ruins enabled and that mod pack installed and whatever, there's actually a chance I could find a bunch of solar panels and accumulators out and about. Which is fine, but it kind of takes away a lot of the challenge of me having to fight with the logistics of power, right? Is it a cool mod? Absolutely it's cool. Forgotten Ruins or Damaged Ruins? It was something like that. But I didn't think it really felt with the aesthetic for what I was trying to go for here. It kind of felt to me like it was a little cheaty. Another example would be like high-level assembly machines. There would be a chance where I could find T3 assembly machines when I'm on T1. Tech levels. Abbreviated with T. I played a lot of Supreme Commander lately, so... cool. All that is done and made. More bullets, please. That's going to be the order of business for quite a time. Yes, quite a time. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to pause here. And let's just hit escape right there. Cool, quick pause. I need to get up and stretch. I need to blow my nose and get some water and do all the fun things humans have to do. But let's call that our first episode of Warptorio. Lots of good progress has been made, a lot of research done, we got a lot of resources stocked up. I'm excited to see where this will take us. So, thanks for joining me, and I hope to catch you next time. Hey there, guys, gals, fans, and pals. Thanks for checking out my video. I also want to take a moment to thank all my supporters and donators, and if you'd like to join up with me and game with my crew, all the information to get connected is in the description below. Thanks again, and I hope to catch you next time.